Hi, my name is Zach Meadows, CCNP Network Engineer and Network Automation Engineer. Welcome to our channel. I'm starting this channel to help you guys progress your careers. My first series is going to be about how to perform a lift and shift migration on the Palo Alto Firewalls from one DC to another, showing you exactly how the process works. In this first session, I'm going to run through with you how to configure up the basics, really, how to configure the management interface, DNS, and follow up and disable ZTP. There's a couple of things that you need to know regarding that. So moving on to the lab. So the firewall management interface, when it comes out of the box, is going to have the IP address of 192.168.1.1, so that's the default IP address. So here I'm setting my NIC card on my desktop on the same subnet without a default gateway because it's only working here at layer 2, right? So at the moment I'm just plugged in to the firewall from my NIC card of my laptop, plugged in to the NIC card of the management of the Palo Alto Firewall. As you can see, I am testing to see if I can ping the management interface, which comes back successful. Now I'm going to log into the management GUI interface of the firewall. So yeah, logging in with the normal credentials, which is the default credentials, admin. And then once you sort of log in, you'll get requested to set a new password. So yeah, just follow the process for both firewalls, this is. And then you'll be presented with zero trust enabling. So we need to ensure that we disable zero touch provisioning, as this is an automation mechanism and can be really problematic when you're trying to set up these firewalls, as we're not going to be using that feature. So once you sort of click that button, it will tell you to reboot the device, but once the device comes back up, it doesn't actually disable ZTP. So you need to actually go into the device itself and log in. And log in with your normal credentials, the default password, well, the ones you just set up. And then what you need to do is you need to run the set system ZTP disable command in the CLI. Then it will tell you to reboot the device again. ZTP can be a very annoying feature, but it can be very useful as well, you know. So I would advise getting rid of that. In this lab we have, I'm going to be demonstrating you the Panorama server, but we won't be doing any configurations with that in this session due to not needing, just due to the fact that we're going to be using the management server when we plug into the new network. Okay. So now the device is rebooting. Should take a couple of minutes, and here you go, back to my screen where you can see now that I'm able to log in without that error coming up. So now, we need to configure the device's configurations. So firstly, we're going to log into the DNS section, as you go to devices, services, and then here is where you will set the DNS configuration. So I would recommend, just because we're doing this in deployment stage in a lab, I would just recommend putting it on 8.8.8.8 with the secondary of 8.8.4.4, which is Google's DNS servers. This is so you can pull down any licenses, get out to the internet basically. Now we need to set the IP address of the interface. So the management interface that we need to configure will need to be provided from the customer or the management VLAN with a free IP, so we can IP it into the correct subnet. So when we go and rack and stack our firewalls into the correct places, we need to ensure that we can get network connectivity from that management subnet. So there we go, I've now configured the management interface. So here we should be previewing our changes, and what this does is it shows us the configuration changes that we've made from each one. So that just double checks that what we've done is what we've done, right? So then I would push that commit. This might take a while, sometimes it can be a bit annoying, but yeah, so wait until it reaches the 100%, of course, and then we need to do the same now onto the next firewall. So as you can see, I'm jumping onto the next firewall. That's me plugged in my Ethernet cable to ensure that network connectivity is possible and I can reach the management interface. This environment is usually done in your home, in your lab environment, so you can have internet connectivity. You would usually have like a little, maybe a hub or like a little switch that you can plug your devices into, so they're all essentially on the same subnet and they're using layer 2 to communicate to each other. So yeah, we're just logging in again. Going to be doing exactly the same thing. So get the second firewall prepped and ready with the correct interfaces, DNS, IP addresses, and all those types of things. So yeah, go into devices, interface. Here I'm setting. I've been provided that IP address from the customer, so that's me plumbing the IP address in the network subnet into that. I've also put the gateway, because I know the gateway that was provided to me by the customer as well. So you want to get those bits of information. Now I'm going over to my services, so I can change the DNS records again. 8.8.8.8.4.4, click OK. And we'll just be following the same process with validating our changes to ensure nothing is changed that is wrong. It's just a sanity check, really. We should be doing this on every single commit, every single change that we do. So we're not, but especially when we're in live production, we don't want to be doing anything crazy and anything that's going to kill the network, you know. There we go. So now the firewalls have been rebooted. They've been set up with the new IP addresses. So now I'm just going to test to ensure that the configuration that we've set on the management interfaces is working correctly. So yeah, as you can see, I put myself on the 217 subnet, 172.16.215, sorry, subnet, and I can ping, and now I can connect to the management interface. So this is concrete, solid evidence that the configuration commit was taken and the reboot worked successfully and the configuration is saved. So yeah, we're going to go into a little bit more detail on how to upgrade. We're going to have how to get licenses with the auth codes, all speaking to the portal in the Palo Alto portal. So yeah, stay tuned.